So children, in the previous session, we understood how the magnetic field lines are produced in case of a current carrying straight conductor. We understood that the magnetic lines of force arrange themselves in the form of concentric circles, and the magnetic field strength increases as you go away, as you go near to the conductor, and magnetic field strength decreases as you go away from the magnetic wire, current carrying conductor. And if you increase the current flowing through the conducting wire, the magnetic field strength or the deflection in the magnetic compass also increases. If you decrease the current through the wire, then the deflection in the magnetic compass also reduces. All these concepts we understood. Next we shall study about the magnetic field due to a current carrying circular loop. So till now we studied about the straight current carrying conductor, and we also discussed on the right hand thumb rule. So when you thumbs up, that is the right hand thumb always shows the direction of current, means the other four fingers, the curl of the other four fingers shows the direction of magnetic field. From that right hand thumb rule we understood that if the current is flowing in the upward direction, the magnetic field will be in the anti-clockwise direction, magnetic field lines. And if the current is flowing in the downward direction, the magnetic field lines will be in the clockwise direction. That we understood, children. So, the same concept we shall apply here as well. The same straight wire, what I took, I will bend it now. One second. So, look at this, children. This is the wire. So, it has the red color insulation on it. You all have seen such type of wires, yes, no? So this is what when we talk about when we say conductors, yes, no? So straight current carrying conductor. See, inside you can see the copper wire here. So when we see the copper wire, this is the main factor for the flow of current. That is, the copper is a good conductor of electricity. Now this copper, in order to avoid the electric shock, they are provided with the insulation. That is the red color what you see. Many color you can see, like live wire, neutral wire, all that you will be studying in this lesson about the domestic wires, children. If you open any circuit part or switchboard, you can see many colored wires. Each color, green means neutral, red means live wire, like that black color means neutral wire, like all that simply color, let it be rainbow colors. For that sake they have not given the colors. The insulation colors have different meanings, children. So now, this is red color, means it is live wire. So I have not connected anywhere, both the ends are here. Now we studied previously about the magnetic effect due to a current carrying straight conductor. So now that was a straight conductor like this, and when I place the magnetic compass, the magnetic field lines are produced in this and concentric circle form, all that we know. So this is straight wire or the straight conductor. What I have, I will make it a loop. I will make it a loop like this. You can see I am curling it. You can see the loop and just making the straight wire to be bent like this. I have the two ends here, no? So in this picture, if you can see, children, this is the bent wire. I have written it in orange or yellow chalk, but I think you cannot make out in the video. So this is the circular wire which is bent. Wire which is bent. So my current carrying circular loop this is. So these two ends, what is there in the textbook, if you see you can understand. Those are the two ends of the copper wire. Now in case of this copper wire, if I bend the wire a circular loop and pass the current through this, what will happen? Means here when I bend, children, you have the loop only in one part. Yes, no? Illi matra loop ide. If you forget about this part, what are these two sides of the loop? They are nothing but straight wires. That is the straight conductor. Yes, no? So, here, even if you bend the loop in whichever pattern you want, each part of this wire acts as the straight current carrying conductor itself. That you should understand. You bend in any form you want, children. Each part of the wire, bit by bit of the wire, if you consider, it acts as the straight current carrying conductor. And we already know that the straight current carrying conductor produces the magnetic field lines in the form of concentric circles. So, in the figure here you can see the bent wire. These are the ends of the copper wire in the figure as I shown. So if you bend the wire as circular loop also, it acts as the current carrying circular loop. When current is passed through the wire, as I said you, each part of the wire will act as the current carrying straight conductor. Means it is producing magnetic field lines in the form of concentric circles only. At both the loops, can you see the concentric circles drawn here on the board? Yes, why here each part is acting as the current carrying conductor, children. So it will arrange itself in the form of concentric circles. You can see the concentric circles. Now, we all know from the previous activity that when we place the magnetic compass on the concentric circles, as we move the position of the magnetic compass away from the wire, what happened? The deflection went on reducing, means the magnetic field strength go on reducing. It is inversely proportional. Yes, no? So, as the distance increases, the deflection or the magnetic field decreases. Hence, I said the word inversely proportional. If the current increases, deflection also increases. Current decreases, deflection decreases. That is directly proportional. Whereas in terms of distance, if you tell, it is inversely proportional. As you increase the distance, the magnetic field strength also goes on decreasing. Similarly, in this case of circular wire, as I said, each bit acts as the straight current carrying conductor, and hence you can see the magnetic field lines arrange themselves in the form of concentric circles. As you move away from the wire, children, see, these are the two loops, top and bottom. You can see the complete concentric circles drawn here. But as you move away from the wire, what should happen? Its magnetic field strength should go on decreasing. Hence, you can see the complete circles which were drawn. As you are going away from the wire, it is simply becoming the arcs now. Those are not complete circles. Near to the wire on both the sides, I have drawn the concentric circles. But as you are moving away from the wire, both the top and bottom, what is happening, children? The concentric circles is now just becoming the arcs. Why? Because as you move away from the current carrying conductor, its magnetic field strength goes on decreasing. And by the time you reach the center of the wire, the magnetic field line it almost becomes the straight line. It always becomes the straight line. That is what will happen in case of the current carrying circular loop. In case of current carrying circular loop also, in this circular loop, each part of the wire acts as the straight current carrying conductor. Hence, you can see the magnetic field lines in this case also arrange themselves in the form of concentric circles. But as we know, the distance and the magnetic field are inversely proportional to each other. That is, as the distance of the magnetic compass increases from the current carrying conductor, its magnetic field strength goes on decreasing. Similarly, here also, as we go on drawing the circles like this, as you are moving away from the wire, what happens? These concentric circles it will not be anymore the complete circles. As the magnetic field strength decreases, it will form the arcs. Like this. And if you measure the magnetic field strength at the center, the magnetic field line will almost be a straight line. It will almost be a straight line by the time we reach the center of the circular loop. That is what it happens, children. So to understand this in the better way, as we always do, you have an activity given in the textbook. Here what they have done is, we did know their activity for straight current carrying conductor. Take a copper wire, insert it, making a hole in the cardboard, put the iron filing, switch on the current. The same thing we will do here. But since this is a circular loop, we are taking a continuous circular loop of the wire, and two holes we are making in the cardboard, and through that we are inserting the copper wire like this, and the other two ends what we have the wire part, that I am connecting it to a battery and a plug key, children. Idu wire ala. So this is the circular loop I will do. Don't take this long wire, this much we will take. So this circular loop I got now. Forget about this part. Concentrate on this circular loop I got. Before it was a straight conductor, I circled it. Here also each bit is the straight current carrying conductor, magnetic field lines will form concentric circles. Now I will take one cardboard, make two holes in the cardboard and insert these two ends of the copper wire in the cardboard. And these two ends, the remaining, forget about this part, means these two ends of the wire will be there, no? That is these two children, the wires what you see. You can go through the textbook picture also if you want. So these two ends, what I am doing is, I am connecting it to the battery and the plug key. Now I will switch on the circuit, and when I switch on, the current will start flowing through this copper wire. So the iron filings which are being dropped here around this, here illone circle ಇದೆ cardboard ಅಲ್ಲಿ, illone circle ಇದೆ. So illu iron filings ಹಾಕಿದ್ದೀನಿ, illu iron filings ಹಾಕಿದಾಗ ಏನಾಗುತ್ತೆ, these iron filings will arrange themselves in the form of concentric circles near both the loops, children. That is what the picture you are seeing here. So first wire part na A anta tagondo, second wire intersection point with the cardboard na B anta if you have taken, near the point A, concentric circles, the iron filings are arranging themselves in the form of concentric circles. Even at this part of second loop, that is point B also, the iron filings are arranging themselves in the form of concentric circles. But as you move away from the conductor, you can see the whole concentric circles are just becoming the arcs now. There are no more complete circles. As we are moving away from the wire, it is becoming arcs, and almost at the center, point P anta ನಾವು ತಗೊಂಡ್ರೆ, it is in the form of straight line. The same thing what we understood here, experimentally they are showing. Loop ಮಾಡಿದ್ವಿ. Here also it arranged themselves in the form of concentric circles. Illu concentric circles ಎರಡು ಕಡೆನೂ form ಆಯಿತು. By the time you come to the center, this became ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಆರ್ಕ್ ಫುಲ್ ಸರ್ಕಲ್ ಹೊಟ್ಟೋಯ್ತು, ಆರ್ಕ್ ಬರ್ತಾ ಇದೆ. ಬಟ್ ಸೆಂಟರ್ ಬರೋಷ್ಟರಲ್ಲಿ, ಸೆಂಟರ್ ಆಫ್ ದಿ ಲೂಪ್, ಇಟ್ ಬಿಕೇಮ್ ಆಲ್ಮೋಸ್ಟ್ ದಿ ಸ್ಟ್ರೈಟ್ ಲೈನ್. ಏನಾಯ್ತು ಸ್ಟ್ರೈಟ್ ಲೈನ್? ವಾಟ್ ಇಸ್ ದಿ ಸ್ಟ್ರೈಟ್ ಲೈನ್? ಇಟ್ ಇಸ್ ದಿ ಮ್ಯಾಗ್ನೆಟಿಕ್ ಲೈನ್ಸ್ ಆಫ್ ಫೋರ್ಸ್, ಚಿಲ್ಡ್ರನ್, ದಟ್ ಯು ಶುಡ್ ನೋ. ಸೊ these concentric circles almost became a straight line by the time we reach the center of the loop. So that is what we understand. Here also the same concept of straight conductor only we are applying. Now in order to find the direction of current and direction of magnetic field, children, we now know that we no more need a magnetic compass. So what we did before, we placed the magnetic compass on the straight current carrying conductor. Magnetic compass north ಎಲ್ಲಿ ತೋರಿಸ್ತೋ ಆ ನಾರ್ತ್ ಇಂದ ಅದು ನಾರ್ತ್ ಅಂತ ಅಂದ್ಕೊಂಡು ನಾರ್ತ್ ಇಂದ ಸೌತ್ಗೆ ವಿ ಡ್ರಾಟ್ ದಿ ಲೈನ್ ಹಂಗೆ ಹೇಳಿದ್ವಿ. ಬಟ್ Fleming helped us in this method. What did Fleming say? Simply follow my right hand thumb rule, and you need not, do not need any magnetic compass. You can directly tell. So we studied two cases. When current is flowing in upward direction, current is flowing in downward direction. Now here, but it is bent. It is this direction. Before that, children, now what I want to say you is, we understood how the magnetic field lines are present in case of the current carrying circular loop, alva. But here only I considered one loop. But if I make many loops like this, see, I made only one loop. Like this, many loops I will make. Like this, see? How many loops are there now? I will give you the wire like this. Go test and come home. What is the magnetic field? Can you do? Yes, you can do. How means, see, till now only one loop we considered. 1, 2, 3, 4 loops I got now. Only with one loop I did my experiment in order to find. But now many loops I have. Is it not looking in some this form, children, now? When I made many loops with this wire, is it not of this form? Then my figure, this arrangement is good. Yes, no? So, is it not in this form? Still I have the two ends of the wire. Which are they? See? These two ends of the wire I have. That are these two ends. I will not leave it as it is. I will pluck those points, connect it to a battery. See, I did a mistake here. Why? Two sides also positive. Long line I have written. It is wrong. Short circuit will happen. One positive, one negative. One short line I should write. And of course I need a switch, which I will switch off for now. Now, which direction current will flow? This direction. ಇಷ್ಟು ಬೇಸಿಕ್ ಅರ್ಥ ಆಯ್ತಲ್ವಾ? ಸರ್ಕ್ಯುಲರ್ ಲೂಪ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಹೇಗಾಗುತ್ತೆ ಮ್ಯಾಗ್ನೆಟಿಕ್ ಫೀಲ್ಡ್ ಲೈನ್ಸ್ ಅಂತ ವಿ ಅಂಡರ್ಸ್ಟುಡ್. Now we understood that with the help of single loop only. Now I am making multiple loops, which is something looking like this. So this I will do, and what I do is I will connect these two ends of the wire which I have to the battery and plug key as shown on the board. Now, till now I used to show direction of magnetic field either thumbs up or thumbs down, but now thumb side means the current is flowing in this direction. Yes, no? Now I know in which, I will not keep magnetic compass here to know the direction of magnetic field. Simply I will use my right hand thumb rule. So what I do is, my conductor is not upward nor downward now. It is parallel like this. It is parallel this way. It is horizontal now. So this way alva. So I took the scale horizontal. Now I will use my right hand. You also use your right hand. Hold the conductor. So when the conductor is in this position, when you hold it, your thumb is showing this direction now, towards my left. Correct? It is showing towards my left andre. The thumb is showing the direction towards left andre. In whichever direction the current is flowing, in the same direction what I mean to say is, my now thumb is showing towards left hand side means the current also is flowing towards the left hand side anta artha agutte. Okay na? So now the current is flowing in this direction, and whichever direction you are curling your fingers, that will be the direction of magnetic field. So using that, you can easily find out in which direction the current is flowing. So when I give you any conductor, any shape or how many number of loops or straight or however I can give you the conductor, children, if I show in which direction the current is flowing, you should not ask me how to do, ma'am, or how to show the presence of magnetic field and all. You should simply, anybody gives you conductor, hold it with your right hand. In whichever, see this direction, e direction, hengaro hitkolli. In whichever direction your thumb is, that is the direction of flow of current anta you should tell. Magnetic field alli there. In whichever direction your thumb is showing, in whichever direction you are curling the other four fingers, that gives you the direction of magnetic field. This idea you should have, children. So here also in this conductor the same thing happens. Now one loop only we understood the concept. Now we are understanding the circular loop with many number of turns. Yes, no? Now I have circular wire with many number of turns. This pattern is called, children, solenoid. Solenoid. This is very, very important and repeatedly asked question about the solenoid, children. Now, in the construction of big buildings like apartments or any office buildings and all, children, you know that iron material and all, no, trucks or the cranes will carry those heavy iron objects and all. So it is difficult to lift, no. So what they use is, they are nothing but which is attracting the iron and lifting it from here to there to here. All that is the electromagnet, children. Magnet we know. What is this extra fitting electro? Means current is present, alva. Magnet to current. What case? It is called electromagnet. So if I already showed the bar magnet in the previous session. So bar magnet means of course it is a magnet. Yes, no? But electromagnet andre, children, it is not the permanent magnet. The bar magnet which we see is a permanent magnet. But what we say, this electromagnet is not a permanent magnet. So how do you say means? The word electro itself says me that. Electromagnet. So electromagnet. UG. So simply if I say the word magnet, yes, it is a permanent magnet which we all know. But when we see electromagnet, children, so this magnetic property, the substance or any conductor will obtain this electromagnetic property only in the presence of current. So suppose the crane is lifting one heavy iron block. Now that is the magnet, not the permanent magnet. It is the temporary magnet. So what they do is they will pass the current through this magnet. So whenever current is passed through this conductor, children, it gets magnetized. This is the conductor now. This is the conductor. I will magnetize. I will pass the current through this. I will pass the current through this iron core, soft iron core. We will consider iron core. I will pass the current through this iron core. So when current is passed, it get magnetized and it will act as the magnet. So it will act as the magnet means of course it should attract my iron piece or a piece of iron. So when current is passed through this, so they get magnetized and attract the iron object towards it. So it is attracting the scale. Now what I do is I will suddenly switch off the current flowing through this soft iron core. So as soon as I switch off the current, this electromagnet will no more hold the iron scale and it will drop it down. It loses its magnetic property. Current pass madde, it attracted the scale. I switched off the current passing through the soft iron core means it will no more attract the iron piece. So those are called electromagnets, children, which are temporary magnets. They get magnetized only when the current is passed through them. If no current, it is no more a magnet. So where is this electromagnetic used to tell you? I considered this example. Now, why did I tell you about this electromagnet is how to prepare this electromagnet in small scale. I am only telling you about. So, this circular loop we considered, no? Many number of loops. We connected the ends of wire to the battery and plug key, I said, no? So, this solenoid is very important. What is a solenoid? Means it is just a circular pattern of wire which are close to each other in the form of cylindrical shape. Yes, now if I draw a line here, am I not getting cylindrical shape? Yes. So, they say arranged in the form of cylindrical shape. Circular loops arranged in the form of cylindrical shape. This is called a solenoid. When I connect the ends of the wire to the battery and plug key, and I will switch on the circuit. When I switch on this circuit, children, what will happen? The current will start to flow. The current will start flowing through this wire. I will take a soft iron core. Let me take big iron core. This has become very small. So I have taken the soft iron core now. When current is passing now, what I do is, this soft iron core which I have taken, I will just push inside the coils here. I will push inside the coil means this soft iron core now became magnetized. It became magnetized now. I will take it out of the coil means it is no more a magnet. So when I push it inside the conductor, current carrying conductor, it is a magnet. If I remove it out, inside magnet, no more a magnet. Inside if I push, it acts as a magnet. No current, it is no more a magnet. So this is the electromagnet, which is a temporary magnet and which get magnetized only when current is passed through it. So that is about the electromagnet. Next is the solenoid. So now we all know that a current carrying conductor produces magnetic field around it, children. This solenoid is another form of loop. First we studied about straight conductor, circular loop. I thought one more is solenoid. So one circular coil we understood. If we have many number of turns like spring, continuous coils in there, so in that case, what will be the direction of magnetic field under? So it's the same concept what I said. Now my conductor is in horizontal, so I hold this way. Take my right hand, hold the conductor. My thumb is showing towards my left means this is the direction of current. In whichever direction the current is flowing. Now before that I want to tell you, children, this solenoid. What is a solenoid? I said you it is the continuous turns of coil in the cylindrical shape. Now in which direction will the current flow? Means when we switch on the circuit, the current will start flowing in the solenoid. And when the current is flowing and I push the soft iron core inside the solenoid, it gets magnetized, and when I take it out of the solenoid, it gets demagnetized and then it loses its magnetic property. And this conductor is producing the magnetic field around it. Here also the magnetic field lines arrange themselves in the form of loops in this pattern. So if I am drawing the lines in this pattern, is it not the same which we draw for the bar magnet, children? Yes, it is true. So the solenoid is also nothing but acting as the bar magnet. it is also acting as the bar magnet. So bar magnet means simply if I draw the circular loop, it is not enough. I should show in which direction it is going. We all know that always the magnetic lines of force travels from north to south. But simply if I draw the loop, I don't know which is north, which is south. How do you find out that? Means again the right hand thumb rule. How is the conductor? Horizontal. Hold it with right hand. This direction towards my left it is showing, means that will be north, this will be south. So the magnetic field lines is always flowing from north to south. So here the solenoid always, solenoid is also giving the magnetic lines of force in the form of pattern of bar magnet. Hence it is also called the bar magnet. In this case, I am not using any magnetic compass in order to find the direction of magnetic lines or to find which is acting as north pole of the. If I call solenoid as a bar magnet, then it should have north pole, south pole. I don't know which is north, which is south. How did I find out? I simply use the right hand thumb rule. I held the conductor in the same direction. I am holding the conductor now. So whichever direction my thumb is showing, that is the direction of current. Current ಯಾವ direction ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಹೋಗ್ತಿದೆಯೋ, that is the direction of north ಅಂತ ಅರ್ಥ. So current ಈ direction ಹೋಗ್ತಿದೆ according to me. So this is north, this is south. So the magnetic field of lines which you draw should always travel from north pole towards the south pole. So this is also nothing but the solenoid. Inside the solenoid, when we push a material like soft iron core, it gets magnetized, and when you remove it out, it is no more a magnet. So such magnets are called electromagnets, which are the temporary magnets, children. So with regard to these two topics, let us soon revise the textbook, whatever it is given to you. Page number 122, you have magnetic field due to a current through a circular loop. This paragraph, it is very easy, you can read, I think. Similarly, at every point of a current carrying circular loop, the concentric circles representing the magnetic field around it become larger, and as we move away from the wire, by the time we reach the center of the by the time we reach the center of the circular loop, it becomes straight line. I said, you know, the same story that time. So every point on the wire carrying current would give rise to magnetic field appearing as a straight line at the center of the loop. By applying the right hand rule, it is easy to check that every section of the wire contributes to the magnetic field lines in the same direction with the loop, children. So as I said you, every point on the circular loop acts as the, one more point here, every circular loop acts as the straight conductor and produces magnetic field around it. So one circular loop tagondre other magnetic field strength matra we can add. But if we consider multiple loops like this, then what is its magnetic field strength means? It is the sum of first loop plus second loop plus third loop plus fourth loop plus fifth loop. The magnetic field strength adds up. It is the sum of the magnetic field produced by each loop. If we take, it gives us the total magnetic strength of the material. That is what we understand by this. Next, we know that the magnetic field produced by a current carrying wire at a given point depends directly on the current passing through it. Therefore, see this you underline. If there is the circular coil having n turns, the field produces n times as large as produced by the single turn. Yes, no, just now I said one the loop or one circular turn, how much ever magnetic field is produced, as the number of loops or the number of turns goes on increases, the magnetic field strength also increases. If you have n number of terms in general, they are telling. Here we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 loops if we consider. So if 5 it's this into 5 if you do, then that gives you one loop magnetic field strength of one loop into 5 if you do, that will give you the total magnetic field strength. But if you have n number of terms in general, then its n times gives you its magnetic field strength. So by this we understand, as the number of turns of the circular loops increases, the magnetic field strength also increases. It is directly proportional. This is because the current in each circular turns has the same direction, and the field due to each turn then just adds up. Yes, no? In one loop, if the direction current is flowing in this direction, in the second loop the current will not flow in the reverse direction. In all the loops, the same current is flowing in the same direction, means its magnetic field strength or magnetic field is also produced in the same direction. Hence, we can add up their magnetic field strength, children. Next you have activity 13.6, which I explained by making two holes in the cardboard. That activity you can read it for yourself. Next you have magnetic field due to a current through a solenoid. This is most repeatedly asked question, children. In the first line itself you have the definition of solenoid. Please mark it. A coil of many circular turns of insulated copper wire wrapped closely in the shape of a cylinder is called a solenoid, isn't it? What? A coil of many circular turns. Yes, no? A coil of many circular turns which are placed compactly or closer to each other. What they use the word? Insulated copper wire wrapped closely in the form of, in the shape of a cylinder is called a solenoid. The pattern of the magnetic field lines around the current carrying solenoid is shown in the figure. This is the figure which you can see. Compare the pattern of the field with the magnetic field around the bar magnet. Yes, we did know the field lines what we get is similar to bar magnet. Hence we call solenoid also as the bar magnet. Yes, they are similar. In fact, one end of the solenoid behaves as the magnetic north pole while the other end behaves as the magnetic south pole. We understood that, and how we mentioned north south also by right hand thumb rule we studied. The field lines inside the solenoid are in the form of parallel straight line. This indicates that the magnetic field is same at all the points inside the solenoid. That is, the field is uniform inside the solenoid. This is very important, which I forgot to tell you. I am sorry, children. See, in case of bar magnet, I explained you know, south to north anta tagondre, magnetic field lines always travel from north to south anta I explained you. And I said you one more point, inside the magnet, the magnetic field lines travel from south to north anta also I said you, alva. Hangene, this solenoid is acting as the bar magnet. Outside the solenoid, of course the magnetic lines will travel from north to south. But how about inside the solenoid andre? Inside the solenoid also, the magnetic field lines will travel from south to north, and the field lines which you draw inside the solenoid are, children, they are parallel to each other. Inside the solenoid, the magnetic field lines are parallel to each other. Parallel agide ondukondu andre, if there is any variation, ingena variation irbekittu, but no, it is a straight line which is parallel to each other andre. Its magnetic field strength inside the solenoid is uniform. Here there are two possibilities of questioning you, children. One, they may either ask you inside the, what is the field strength inside the solenoid? You should say it is the magnetic field lines are parallel inside the solenoid, hence we can say that it is uniform. Why it is uniform also they may ask, how it is also they may ask. So both the answers you should know. How it is uniform you will tell if they ask, means magnetic field lines inside the solenoid travel from south pole to north pole and they are parallel to each other. The parallel lines show that the magnetic field strength is uniform anta heltira. If at all they ask you magnetic field strength is uniform inside the solenoid, how? How? Because the magnetic field lines outside, if you consider solenoid as a bar magnet, the magnetic field lines outside are in the form of traveling from north to south, inside they are traveling from south to north, which are parallel and vice versa. This is most repeatedly asked question, you should know. This indicates that the magnetic field is same at all the points inside the solenoid. That is, the field is uniform inside the solenoid. Please underline that. A strong magnetic field produced inside a solenoid can be used to magnetize a piece of magnetic material like soft iron when placed inside the coil. The magnet so formed is called an electromagnet. So what is an electromagnet also they may ask, or question based on this particular activity if they ask children, what is a solenoid anbodu? How is the magnetic field strength inside the solenoid anta they may ask you. How do you, I will give you a soft iron core. How do you magnetize it anta if they ask you, you should come back to solenoid concept. So there are many possible ways of asking question only in this topic. This is very important. So what is an electromagnet anta they have said. So please go through the textbook once again. And so we, under this magnetic field due to current carrying conductor, three types of conductors we studied. Which are they? One is straight conductor, other is circular loop, one more is the solenoid. Under solenoid we also studied the concept of this electromagnet. Magnetic material like soft iron core, when you push it inside the solenoid it gets magnetized, and you take it away from the conductor it gets demagnetized. So that is electromagnet. So So in the next session, we shall study about the concept of force. So this is the end on concept of conductor and the magnetic field. Next we shall study about the force which is acting due to the magnetic field. That is also a very important concept. And next we will be studying about the Fleming's left hand rule. Be prepared. Thank you, children.